Hello everyone, I'm Michael Hernandez, and here's a special episode of LA This Week. Today, we're looking back at the cultural highlights of the year so far. A great many cultures intertwine to produce the fabric of LA, and we'll look at our highlights celebrating Persian New Year, African American History Month, and the Lunar New Year. But first, we're going back to the annual Kingdom Day Parade, which honors Martin Luther King Jr. and continues to keep his dream alive.
We're at the historic Martin Luther King Day Parade.
It is Martin Luther King Day, and we have this beautiful parade where all parts of the city come on out.
Make some noise for the Tommy boys! King Day! That's right, y'all.
Happy MLK Day! Happy MLK Day, man. Keeping his dream alive. Keeping his dream alive. Keeping his dream alive. Happy MLK Day, guys. Happy MLK Day.
It's an exciting opportunity to celebrate not only the ideals and goals of King, but to bring the community together.
I'm just looking forward to seeing the families and seeing all the diversity throughout our community.
I'm looking forward to the size of the parade. Every year it gets bigger and bigger. And for me, that means more people are involved. More people understand our history.
His idea of freedom for all is still a potent goal to have. We know that his efforts provided inspiration, and we want to keep that spirit going.
We honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. today, and this is a way by which we say thank you for what you did for this country. Thank you for the civil rights movement. Thank you for being the leader who gave your life, who sacrificed for justice and equality in this country.
I'm looking forward to being on a float with some of my council colleagues, which really sends a great signal to our community that the legacy and the memory of Dr. Martin Luther King is important to our entire council and to our entire city. I want to wish everybody a happy King Day. It's a time to remember that we are really one community and we need to work together to make sure that we build the city of Los Angeles that we want our children to have.
I feel like as an elected official, I have a responsibility to be here. And to Dr. Martin Luther King, I say thank you for what you did for this country, for what you did for all of us, and I'm here to honor you today.
Today's a great day in CD1. We are here in Chinatown celebrating the 125th anniversary of the Golden Dragon Parade. You have community members here, small businesses, city departments, schools from other parts of the city celebrating the Lunar New Year. And I'm just grateful that we get these cultural events here in CD1 and that CD1 and Chinatown get to be the home of the Golden Dragon Parade.
This is a great event where a lot of Asian American cultures come together. Even those who are not part of the Asian American community come together to celebrate our heritage and to just celebrate community. This year is the year of the dragon, and the dragon represents power, strength, and benevolence. And so we just want to make sure that we can continue that in all the positive ways in our city.
I'm honored and just privileged to be here today for the 125th parade for the Chinese New Year. It's a wonderful tradition. I represent the 5 commissioners on the police commission, and we're just really delighted to be part of this, especially since we have Chief Choi, who's going to be our first Asian American chief of police.
The meaning for this community is to reorganize ourselves and start up a new year so that we can be there for our families, for our culture, for our traditions, and make sure we fight for the things that our community cares about. Our community cares about stopping the hate and the violence, because no community should be subject to violence or to hate or to any of those discriminatory things. So I'm here to celebrate with our community. We are a very, very diverse city and county, and I'm very proud of that.
I am so proud to represent the first supervisorial district that has 25% AAPI, the largest in any of the county of Los Angeles. And we're so excited to be here to celebrate Lunar New Year, and I'm standing here with our Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. So we're all here to celebrate, right? Yeah. Everybody say, Happy Lunar New Year! Happy Lunar New Year!
We're very proud to be here for Evening of the Authors. This is a program where we share the featured books of authors. And tonight we have 3 outstanding authors. And so it also promotes literacy. On one hand, we encourage African Americans to tell their story. And then secondly, we encourage others to read. And so this is a literacy project, and we're very proud to do it because we think it adds value and it helps to increase the quality of life for Los Angeles residents.
Black History Month, which we all know is an opportunity to not only study but also celebrate what Black people have been able to contribute and how far Black people have come. What we're here tonight to do is actually hear from authors about works about Black life and Black experience, and to be in celebration and hold space for that, and also to learn something new. You know, every day is an opportunity to learn something new.
I'm an attorney, and I loved reading legal thrillers, but I never saw anybody in those books who looked like me. I didn't read my first book that featured an African-American character until I was about 12 years old. Man-Child of the Promised Land by Claude Brown, and that sparked my love of reading more so than it had before. So read, 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 no matter how old you are.
Even though I write romance and I write historical fiction, I cover in the romance prestigious Black families. They had titles, they had lands, they had property, and yes, they were very rare. It's important to me that we learn different aspects of Black history that can inspire us for what we're going through today.
If we can imagine a world that is different and more buoyant and beautiful and inclusive, then we can manifest it. Black knowledge is Black power.
We're here in City Hall, and we've just had a wonderful celebration of Nowruz, which is the Persian New Year. We had a lot of wonderful members of the community, both folks who are here in City Hall and throughout Los Angeles, coming together to celebrate this holiday.
It's a very ancient ceremony. Ruz means day, so it means a new day and a new year. So it's the first day of spring, which is a new day, and we try to start everything from the scratch, to be happy, to be together for peace and love and family gathering. It's a very nice event, and I'm so proud of being Persian.
We have a very large Persian community in my district, but in the city overall. And one of the great strengths of this city is our diversity and how we embrace each other and embrace each other's traditions.
Today I'm so proud to be here with my colleagues. I understand we have over 300 plus engineers from Iran working for the city of Los Angeles. Iranian people, they love to celebrate, they love friendship, they love new dress, they love parties, and they love to have something to be recognized.
Happy New Year and Happy Nowruz.
Small businesses across California can now receive grants of up to $2,000 per employee through California's Paid Family Leave (PFL) program. The program allows workers to take paid leave to bond with a new child through birth, adoption, or foster care, or to care for a seriously ill family member. The grant supports small businesses in covering additional costs when employees take leave, like cross-training staff and hiring new or temporary employees. Under the PFL program, businesses with 1 to 50 employees may receive up to $2,000 per employee. For eligible California workers who need time off, the PFL program pays up to 8 weeks of benefits in a 12-month period. For more information about the Paid Family Leave program, go to californiapfl.com. The Department of Cultural Affairs, DCA, invites creatives to apply for the 2024 City of Los Angeles Independent Master Artist Projects COLA IMAP Grant Program. The COLA IMAP grant goes to mid-career literary, visual, performing arts, and design artists who will create new solo works between fall 2025 and spring 2026. Up to 12 grant contracts will be offered to selected artists whose works will be premiered by the Department of Cultural Affairs. Eligible applicants must be individual artists or independent duos who live in the city of Los Angeles or have a history presenting work in the city. The deadline to apply is Friday, October 25th, 2024 for grant projects that will take place after July 1st, 2025. For more information on eligibility and to apply, go to culture.lacity.gov. Mayor Karen Bass welcomed Acting Secretary of the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, Adrienne Todman, and civic leaders to the Mayfair Hotel in downtown L.A. According to the mayor, more than 1,000 people were able to come inside due to new waivers from HUD. Since May 2024, the city-owned Mayfair Hotel is in use as an interim housing site for over 300 clients. Clients receive wraparound case management services for their physical and mental health, and they also get help in navigating employment and housing opportunities. For more information, visit mayor.lacity.gov/press.
Later in the show, there's a welcome for all creatures at the annual Blessing of the Animals. But now, as a part of Women's History Month, we met the very first female SWAT officer and heard her story.
Being the first at anything is difficult, and I didn't really realize that when I decided that I was going to try to be a SWAT officer. The team had been in existence for over 40 years. They'd never had a woman in their ranks, and there were many that thought that a woman did not belong there. And I'd like to think my dedication, my hard work, my competence, my capabilities kind of persuaded people, changed opinions. The reason I was interested is that, like, if they can do it, I can do it. Just knowing that when all else has failed in the field and patrol or gangs or detectives are unable to handle the situation, they're going to call SWAT. I think women are underrepresented in law enforcement. We need more women. People in our community, they have a right that when police officers show up, they see people that reflect them. And the fact of the matter is that 50% of our community is female. Women, we tend to solve problems a little differently than our male counterparts. I think we can only get better as a law enforcement agency if we hire and promote more women. And I think our community needs that and deserves that. Sometimes with my tenure on the job, as I kind of approach my 29th year, that I've had a lot of influence on young officers, men and women alike, and oftentimes I'm approached by officers in the field to thank me for kind of opening a door that had previously been closed. We have female pilots, we have female canine handlers, we currently have a female SWAT officer. The only obstacles in our way are ourselves, and we need to get out of our own way and take what we're entitled to. I'm grateful that I was contacted about speaking on behalf of women for Women's History Month, and I'm excited that we're celebrating women and the contributions that we've made to this organization. My intention is to definitely leave this place better than I found it and help any women that I can along the way while I'm still here.
Today is the Blessing of the Animals here at Olvera Street. It's a tradition that's been part of Olvera Street since it opened in 1930, and it's a tradition that actually originated in the Pueblo when this was all farmland, and the priest would bless the livestock so that the farmers would have a prosperous year. And over time, it's transformed into this beautiful blessing where we bring our mascotas, our pets.
It's a great idea to do it because pets, they're like our kids too. And God always said God loves his little children, and it includes pets too, right?
It's a tradition for us Hispanics and Mexicans. So all of us in our family, we've all been baptized. And I think it's important, for her to be blessed and to have the Lord with her.
Esta es una tradición católica que nosotros desde muy pequeños nos han inculcado nuestros padres y que siempre tenemos que bendecir a nuestros animalitos para que sean unos mejores animalitos y nosotros seamos unas mejores personas.
I'm here to bring Princess Nori to get blessed since I don't have any kids.
You don't have to be Catholic or Christian to participate. Pets are beautiful parts of our life. They're animals that deserve to be blessed and cared for. And so regardless of your race, religion, creed, or gender, you are welcome here with your furry or feathered loved one.
During May, the city honored Asian American and Pacific Islander heritage and Jewish American heritage. Los Angeles is also home to the largest Armenian community outside of Armenia, and the city held a celebration to honor their contributions to the city of LA.
Every year since I've been on the council has set aside some time during April to recognize and remember the Armenian genocide. But more broadly, we're recognizing the contributions of Armenian heritage to Los Angeles and to the United States.
It's very important that the city of Los Angeles acknowledge Armenian Heritage Month because Los Angeles is home to the largest Armenian community in the world, really outside of the Republic of Armenia.
To have this remembrance of Armenian heritage and history in the Los Angeles City Council chambers is just mind-boggling to me.
So many Armenians and non-Armenians simply associate the genocide with things Armenian. Being Armenian is beyond being a descendant of a genocide survivor, but really it's about a vibrant culture and heritage that spans millennia, and that is indeed part of the fabric of this city and this country. I myself am such a proud Angelino. If there's any identity that is most important for me, it is the straddling of my Armenian and Angelino identities. So I think to have that kind of recognition from my city, it's very, very meaningful.
This will be the last year for me to lead this commemoration. Whether I'm here or not, future members of the council, long after I'm gone, will continue to recognize the important contributions of this community to the city of Los Angeles.
It's a calamity whose horror speaks to all manners of humanity across the world. We remain committed as ever to ensuring that such atrocities are never again committed.
We're at City Hall. We just finished 2 presentations, one on Yom HaShoah, which is Holocaust Remembrance Day, and the second presentation was on the Jewish American Heritage Month.
It's a way to recognize that the Jewish community has been part of the fabric of Los Angeles and this country for many, many years. On the very first city council, one of the members was a Jewish Angelino.
We honored dozens of Jewish organizations that are doing really important work across our city, assisting Angelinos of all backgrounds in all neighborhoods, and so it was a real honor to bring them together.
Today we see the recurrence of, or the continuation
of hate crimes, whether it's anti-Semitism or racism. That's not the solution. The solution is to bring morality and respect for everyone.
Our community-based organizations within the Jewish community do everything from helping folks with special needs, making sure that people have legal services, making sure there's recreational activities. And so we couldn't be more grateful as a city. The demographics where people look like me, our Latino community, Asian Pacific Islander community, those are the people that are getting served the most at many of our Jewish-led organizations, and that is something that we need to highlight and uplift, that is an example of an LA for everyone.
And they've made Los Angeles better.
Today's a special day. Today we're celebrating Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month to really highlight the different cultures that make our city so great. Our diversity really is our strength here in our Los Angeles.
As a Korean American, just to step out and celebrate with, my people and the people that look like me, it's just it's really great to be able to participate in this environment and to celebrate this month, honoring Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders.
We're so excited that there's so many people here to support, to learn about the contributions of the Asian American Pacific Islander community, to celebrate the artistry and the great work that the community provides.
Right now, what we're seeing in the Asian American community is that we're starting to be seen as in leadership roles. Traditionally, we didn't see many people in that CEO role or that general manager role here in the city. Now we have Korean American, Asian American general managers. We have the chief of police, Asian American. Me as a council member, we're starting to see those voices, and I think it really shows that if you're a young kid growing up in the city of Los Angeles, that really there are no boundaries in a city like this.
Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, all our cultures should be celebrated year-round, not just today. This month is just to kind of focus on that specific population, but we should be celebrating all of our cultures in the city of Los Angeles 365 days a year, all year round.
Juneteenth is an important part of our national history and a story that also needs to be heard and honored locally. Arnita Bennett spoke to Marquise Harris Dawson, council member and now council president, about the city celebrations for Juneteenth.
Well, Juneteenth marks a special day in U.S. history. On June 19, 1865, the last group of enslaved people in the country were freed. Joining us to discuss this freedom celebration here in the city of Los Angeles is Councilmember Marquise Harris Dawson. Thank you so much for being here.
It's good to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, once again, we do it again.
Yes, there it is, every June.
Okay, so Juneteenth has been a federal holiday for a few years now. So in your opinion, why is it important that we continue to celebrate this day?
Well, it's an important story to remember. It's part of the American story. It's part and parcel of the American story. Slavery is something that really isn't recognized in any other formal way as a part of U.S. history, and it's such a big part of who we are as a country and who we've been, and really vestiges of which we are still trying to overcome to this day. And then there are the particularities of the story of Juneteenth that just shows the struggle and working through something. And so, we here in Los Angeles, we wish homelessness would go away tomorrow and we could just have solved that problem. The story of Juneteenth teaches that, even after a war, after the government sent several people to Texas who didn't make it all the way to Texas for some reason.
So the word that about the Emancipation Proclamation did not make it to Texas.
Exactly. It didn't make it to Texas. Shows that you just got to stick with something. You got to stick with it over time, especially big problems. And so that's an important lesson that Americans, Angelenos, and everybody, frankly, around the world can use in their day-to-day life.
It really is incredible that it's been over 200 years and yet we still are dealing with some of these struggles.
That's right. That's right. You see it in every walk of American life. You know, you look at the people of African descent and you say, hey, what's going on there? And then you look at the history and you understand that that's how this country started. It started really with slavery, as President Obama called it, as the original sin. And we continue to try to work our way out of that generation after generation.
I want to talk more about Juneteenth. How are you celebrating the holiday?
Well, you know, we have several celebrations, formal celebrations now throughout the county of Los Angeles, certainly a lot here in the city, informal barbecues, picnics, so on and so forth. And so there will be a lot of that as well.
For people who want to give back for Juneteenth, instead of celebrating, doing something for the community, what would you recommend they do?
Well, you know, there's always our local organizations and our local churches. Everybody's doing something. You know, when you see people living on the street in your community, know that they always need underwear and socks. That is the #1 request of people living on the street. So there's that, but there's your local church is always doing something, and your local community organization as well.
In terms of giving back, how do we use the momentum from Juneteenth, this positive energy, and take it into the future?
Well, you know, I think it's a great story. At one level, it's a sad story that people imagine being a slave, and you have to stay a slave 2 years longer than was legally required because the news didn't get to you. Incredibly tragic, but also triumphant, right? Imagine you're living there and you think there's no end in sight. This is never going to get better. And then suddenly things change. And they change because people keep pushing for a better future.
Join El Pueblo at the birthplace of Los Angeles for the annual Fiestas Muertos celebrations. For over 35 years, El Pueblo, the Olvera street merchants, and the community have come together to celebrate Dia de los Muertos, and all are welcome. The weekend of Saturday, October 26th and Sunday, October 27th will feature 2 full days of fun at El Pueblo. Enjoy the community altars on display in the plaza, face painting, lots of entertainment, and all the merchant stalls. Each evening, Teatro del Barrio will present La Danza de la Muerte, followed by a colorful nighttime procession honoring loved ones who have passed. Head to El Pueblo for Fiestas Muertos on Saturday, October 26th and Sunday, October 27th from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. on both days. For more information, visit elpueblo.lacity.gov/events. It's the spooky season, and it's time for Halloween Fest at the Venice Abbott Kinney Memorial Branch Library. Get ready for a spooktacular time at this festival, which will have something for everyone. Make some Halloween crafts, enjoy a magician show, and grab a sweet treat. Shake a leg or do the Monster Mash at the Halloween-themed dance party. At the Halloween Bark, kids will have the chance to read to therapy dogs. It's sure to be a real howl. Come in costume to the Venice Abbott Kinney Memorial Branch Library and enjoy Halloween Fest on Saturday, October 26th, beginning at 12 noon. For more information, visit lapl.org/events. Join Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez for her annual festival celebrating Dia de los Muertos on Sunday, October 27th. Beginning at noon, this Day of the Dead celebration will feature community altars as well as food, music, and more. With featured entertainment from La Sonora Show, this is sure to be a fun family day out. Head to the Pacoima City Hall for Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez Dia de los Muertos Day of the Dead celebration on Sunday, October 27th from noon until 8 p.m. For more information, visit the website cd7.lacity.gov/events. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's all for this week. I'm Michael Hernandez. From all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. Remember that you can watch us online anytime at lacitybview.org. We're also on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.